Hello. It seems I have been mistaken. I was wrong to criticize the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. It was perfect in every way and should not be questioned. I was wrong for thinking it felt like the writers were watching that episode of Stranger Things when they were writing this script. It was wrong of me to feel that even without Finn Wolfhard in the movie, it felt like the same setting as it and or Stranger Things. And finally, it was wrong of me to have an opinion on the internet that was different. It's Drewski McGillicuddy's Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer breakdown. Why it's perfect and no one should question it ever. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and little did I know that I was going to get such a reaction from my Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer reaction, let alone such negative reactions. Apparently I'm wrong. Apparently it was the greatest thing ever, and we should all accept it and not question it at all, because we will get attacked on the internet by the fucking Ghostbusters fans, and then they'll accuse me of liking the 2016 Ghostbusters, which, you know, it wasn't the biggest piece of shit I ever saw. It was definitely overly hated, but it was deservedly hated. Deservedly hated? That's not a fucking, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the movie was mediocre at best. And then I come home from a hard day of napping, and there I am, and there's the trailer. There's the trailer right there, and I watch it for the first time without seeing any of the articles on the internets. I didn't know anything about it other than the promotional poster that they had released several months ago. So I went in completely blind. I didn't know Paul Rudd was going to be in the movie. I didn't know Finn Wolfhard was going to be in the movie. All I knew is it was going to be a Ghostbusters trailer. But for some reason, when I watched it and I didn't feel like I was watching a Ghostbusters trailer, I'm a piece of shit. Now, the one thing a lot of people that watch that trailer reaction that aren't subscribed to my channel don't realize is that sometimes I tend to overreact. It's not like that's how I really am. I'm just kidding. That is how I really am. But sometimes I just overdo it just for fucking entertainment value. Now, because I got a bunch of hate comments. You know, there's an overabundance of dislikes to likes. But this is the one comment that comes to mind. This guy told me that my videos are bad and I should feel bad. And little does he know, I know my videos are bad, and I do feel bad. One of these days I'll get better. It's my fucking company motto. Also, I have diabetes. But that's beside the point. Point is, I watched the fucking trailer. I gave my honest initial reaction. Now I've watched the trailer some more. I watched some other people's thoughts on the trailer, and I think we can all agree that this trailer does look a lot better than the 2016 version, but we're not, I'm not trying to get into that conversation with you people because we already know how you feel about that movie. Plus, I'm a misogynistic piece of shit. Now, this is just an oddly long teaser trailer. I mean, the trailer is 2.5 minutes long. Yet I can agree with everyone when I say they didn't give the whole movie away, which they normally don't give the whole movie away in the teaser trailer. They usually save that for the trailer number 1 and or trailer number 2, where I feel like whatever happened to just a trailer and then a couple TV spots here and there. But no, we got to get with the times. We got to make 5 or 6 trailers. We got to cut them differently, change up the music a little bit. We're not here to talk about that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Point of the story is, we're all going to have different opinions, regardless of how much other common interest we might have. I might be a fan of the original, but there might be some things that bother me about the original that you love. Of course, I'm just, saying that as an example. It doesn't mean I have problems with the original, which I might. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't know, somehow there was a point to all this. I totally forgot I was supposed to be breaking down the trailer, not defending myself to a bunch of strangers on the internet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it, even though I've already watched it several times. I'm going to watch it out of the corner of my eye, because I'm terrible at this. I don't know if you read the comments, but I suck at YouTube and I should go do something else. And I'm fully aware of that. But, you know, I got nothing else to go do. It's winter time. My hours are getting cut. And I'm not ready to go deliver pizzas. So let's watch this again. I'll have a mute on. See, look, they're in a fucking Ford Ranchero. The whole thing right here just screams Stranger Things. Not that there's anything wrong with blatantly ripping off a popular television show so that you can profit off of the fans of that show to come see your movie. There's nothing wrong with that. I get it. You know, it's all about the money, okay? Who cares if we're, you know, just pandering to like certain people when we're making things? Oh yeah, we got to get with the times. You know, the modern family does not consist of a husband and wife and their children. The modern family consists of a single mother and her 2 children. Just something I noticed. Why does that look like the house from Annabelle? I'm crazy. I've lost my fucking mind. And don't get me wrong. I don't think this trailer looks like shit. I didn't say that. I just said it looked uninspired. It looked like it was blatantly ripping off, and not even the Annabelle house. That looks like the fucking house from It. It's an old, dilapidated house. I'm not even gonna bring up this diverse group of children, because that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We want to have diversity in movies. I mean, we had diversity in the original. You know, they had 3 white guys. One of them was Jewish, and a black guy. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to have diversity in your movies. So I can't hate on that. Now that right there, the small town. There's a small town. It's in a small town. That's whatever. I guess we don't want to retread the first 2 movies that took place in New York City because it just happens to be where the fucking movies are set. See, that was me overreacting. I really don't care. I just was pointing it out, and I was bringing the point home by adding just a little bit of extra emotion so that you could see how serious I may or may not be. Look at that. I'm not sure if he's Hispanic or Asian, but there's another diverse child. You gotta have that. You gotta have it. It's Hollywood. They're trying to make up for all the racism that they went through that time that those black people didn't win an Oscar that year. Oh my God, and there's Paul Rudd. Everybody loves Paul Rudd. I mean, seriously, everybody loves Paul Rudd, so I can't complain that Paul Rudd's in the movie. I didn't know that. That surprised me. That was one of my favorite things about the trailer. I just didn't necessarily bring it up because I was just so blown away by how much like Stranger Things and It this movie looks. I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I was unaware that I was not allowed to feel that way. I'm not allowed to feel that this looks like a blatant ripoff of It and Stranger Things. I mean, granted, it's coming from a loving place. You can tell they put a lot of care because the cinematography is real nice. It's got real nice cinematography that looks an awful lot like It and Stranger Things. But, you know, who am I to have an opinion? You gotta love that. You gotta love the Walking Dead reference. This movie's breaking the fourth wall, and or it takes place in the real world, so The Walking Dead's a real TV show that people watch or used to watch. If you want to, you know, be realistic. But here's a thing. Here's a thing. Have you thought about this? If it's supposed to be in the real world, why are these kids acting like they've never heard of this amazing incident that happened in New York City in the 80s? I mean, I get it. You know, there wasn't YouTube back then, but there's YouTube now. Even Jeremy Jahns was talking about this, I think. I don't know, somebody I was watching was talking about how are they gonna, maybe they'll explain it in the movie, but like as of right now, as far as we know, these kids are acting like they're completely oblivious to this giant marshmallow man wreaking havoc in the streets of New York City. The world almost coming to an end, because I'm sorry, we didn't have YouTube back in 2001, but everybody knows about fucking 9/11. Anyway, that's all I need to do. I'll just throw out that I don't think this trailer looks as bad as the 2016 trailer did. I can guarantee the movie will most likely be better than that movie was, but still, it doesn't feel like a Ghostbusters movie. It didn't even have that iconic music that everybody loves. But I guess nobody noticed that. And a lot of people keep saying, well, Bill Murray's a son of a bitch and nobody wants to work with him. Plus you can't get a hold of him because he has a landline and he's never home or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really read anything. I'm just assuming. And then, everybody else is a bunch of old curmudgeons like me. And they don't want to do it because they're old and decrepit. But then I think back to a movie that just came out recently, even though it flopped. Can't imagine why it flopped. But it had a bunch of old curmudgeon-y people in it, reprising their roles from 30 fucking years ago. So would it have killed them to just make a movie about the original cast that's still alive and how they're retired and they're too old and curmudgeon-y to want to fucking fight ghosts? But luckily there hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. But then all of a sudden, here's the ghost. And they gotta fucking dust off that equipment and be like, I think I might be too old for this. And then maybe they can recruit their fucking grandkids. But the way this played out, I don't know. It's too on the nose. And I get it. Like the studios, they want to make money. They're here to make money. That's all anything's about, is making money. That's why I could give a shit less if anybody agrees with me. Because that fucking video is doing very well, whether you like it or not. So I might get $5 for it. What was I talking about? But even though the trailer didn't necessarily show us everything, I kind of feel like it's kind of being spoiled on the internet. If you think really hard about it, because obviously these are Egon's grandchildren. So they moved to this farm, and for whatever reason, apparently he took all the ghosts they collected in New York City and took them to this farm in Oklahoma and hid them in this barn. So these kids are going to totally go back and negate the other movie. It's like, oh, we did all this, we captured all these ghosts, and then these kids are going to accidentally release these ghosts. And then it's going to be up to these kids to go out and recapture all these ghosts, when all they had to do was stay the fuck out of shit they don't belong in. I don't know, everybody. Really, it's just a movie. I don't care. It's not that big a deal. If you like the trailer, I could see why you would. I can also see why people would agree with me, because believe it or not, there are some people that agree with me. Just look at the like to dislike ratio on the actual trailer as of right now. I'm not a complete jackass. I know somewhat of what I'm talking about. I might not always know what I'm talking about, but sometimes I know what I'm talking about. And this reeks of it and Stranger Things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not. It's not. I can't stress that enough. For fuck's sakes, it's not that bad. But it's not that good either. It's not, that's the problem. That is the problem that I had with this. I went into it not knowing what to expect. And even though I didn't know what to expect, I got something I wasn't expecting. So, let me know what you expected in the comments section down below. Am I a complete asshole? Let me know that too. Any kind of attention's good attention. I'm an attention whore. Give me attention, and I'll take it. I can like the video, dislike the video, do whatever you're gonna do. It doesn't affect me as long as you watch the video. All I care about are the views, not what you think. Even though I kind of, I'm interested to see what you think. There's a big difference between being interested in what you think and giving a shit. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna go do something else. You should consider that too. Go do something else. Stay off the internet. Leave people the fuck alone. It's not like I watched all these positive reactions and went like, no, you're fucking stupid. You're just blind to the fact that it's a blatant ripoff of Stranger Things and It. No, I just watched the video. Went on about my fucking life. It's a crazy concept. What am I still doing here?